Cancer has no boundaries and it doesn't discriminate, which I found also here at the center, that there is no discrimination. After you're affected by this disease, you need as much love and understanding that you can get.
I was 36 at the time. My mother had died from breast cancer. So I thought that breast cancer meant that you had a death sentence because she only lived for 2 years. I didn't really know where to look. Nobody was, very helpful at that time, so I thought I would try a support group.
After my surgery, I woke up one morning and I was a basket case. And I came to my first support group here, and I cried the whole time I was here. And it was okay. I learned so much. They have such a compassionate and loving place, and for support for all women.
No more praying, no more crying. Look all around us, people are starving and dying. Time for living, if you're willing, it's freedom time, yeah.
Imagine what it's like to be diagnosed with cancer and desperately need help in making medical decisions and getting the kind of support you need to sustain, and discovering there's virtually nothing available to you. Our founders were women who'd been diagnosed with cancer and took that realization and channeled it into incredible activism and programs that we support today.
I knew many people who were dealing with cancer, and there was nowhere to go to get information, there was nowhere to go to get community. So I just thought it was a really important thing. And it really did sort of become my heart. It was just an amazing place to be.
Initially, Jackie and I answered phone calls out of our houses. That's how it was done.
When Jackie got diagnosed with metastases and was not able to continue with her functions here, it was kind of a tag, you're it. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this stuff. Anyway, she got me going, and she taught me that we all have it in us to bring leadership to movements like this and organizations like this.
We were still on that, in that small space on Shattuck Avenue, which was an upgrade from having an answering machine in Jackie's basement. The space was very small, it was very crowded, we really didn't have enough room to sponsor many functions. And it was like we were, scraping everything we could together to keep the place going.
Since 1986, we've served well over 80,000 women.
We've really worked hard to find out how to be inclusive, how to look at cultural humility, and because of that, we have successful programs today that are serving underserved women and communities of color.
We have a whole range of programs for women with cancer and their families. We have 2 different emergency funds, we have support groups, we have a free therapy program, we have a monthly cooking club, a nutrition workshop.
We are what we eat, and part of dealing with an illness is trying to support your body's healing process, and having good, healthy food will support that.
So volunteers are the lifeline of our organization. We couldn't do the work that we do without them. People really connecting with the community from their own experience, their own compassion, their love for the kind of work that is necessary that we do.
The 25th anniversary Swim a Mile for Women with Cancer is our most successful event ever. 600 people came together during the first weekend in October and raised nearly a third of our annual budget.
I'm here in support of all women with cancer, of my grandma who passed away recently and my grandpa. And I've had a really great time being part of this event. It's very powerful.
It's really important because it actually funds for a local program, and as opposed to putting money into a big organization. It helps people right here and right now.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of women who aren't insured or underinsured. And we have to get through this, and we cannot do it by ourselves. So WCRC fills that gap.
And for those who don't have any place to go, have no help, don't know what to do, a place like this is invaluable.
We're an organization that's dealing with illness, death, dying, all of that, and yet the sense of community that we're together, we're making stuff happen, and we're having the time of our lives.
This is an amazing place, and the women here are so compassionate and loving, and especially about the cause, you know, because there's so many women out there that's dying and don't have to be, alone and don't have to be. And I just love this place, you know, I love what it stands for, I love the work that they do, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it.
The jewel doesn't have to be large and shiny, it just has to be there all the time. And as a jewel, we're here all the time, and we're beautiful and radiant, and someone just needs to stop and notice us enough to give us the money to keep going another 25 years.